Inklings was a gay and lesbian bookstore established by Pokey Anderson and Annise Parker in December 1988. The story goes that Anderson and Parker were lamenting over lunch that there was a hole in the community after the previous large gay bookstore, Wildenstein, closed its doors in 1986. Anderson, at the time, worked as a legal secretary and was very active in the gay community. She was the founder of the Gay Political Caucus in Houston. Parker was working at an oil business and was a former president of the Gay Political Caucus in 1986 to 87. She would later become mayor of Houston in 2009 and was the first openly gay mayor of a large American city. The two established Inklings not only as a place for people to buy books that talked about gay issues, but to be a kind of community center accepting people of all walks of life. The meeting room on the second floor of the bookstore held events like book and record signings, poetry readings, and meetings for groups like the Lesbian Health Initiative. The bookstore also held gay and lesbian feminist newsletters and sold tickets for events and concerts. There were other LGBT bookstores open at the same time as Inklings. There was Crossroads Market, that was also a cafe, and Lobo. The store was mostly geared towards gay men and had a large section for leather items and porn. This was one of the reasons behind Inklings being a more family-friendly store and more inclusive to people who weren't just gay men. With 3 competing gay bookstores, the already niche market was split. This, along with the popularity of online marketplaces like Amazon, and the willingness for mainstream book chains like Barnes & Noble's and Borders to carry gay books, caused locally owned gay bookstores to stop being lucrative. Inklings closed its doors in 1997. The last remaining gay bookstore in Houston, Lobo, went out of business 5 years later in 2004. The building that housed Inklings was destroyed in March of 2019. The history of bookstores like Inklings helps us understand the community lost in the lack of preservation and documentation of LGBTQ history.